Aloha everyone, this is Lenora, Hawaii's Pickle Lady. Today I'm going to show you something really different. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Smash that like button. If you are new to this channel, consider subscribing and click that notification bell for more new videos. Now let's make dim sum. First of all, what is dim sum? Dim sum means to touch the heart, and it's a very popular Asian kind of combination of steamed, fried, different kinds of vegetables, and even some meats. So today we're making something that's very basic. It's called gokjai, G-O-K-J-A-I, or in Hawaii we call it half moon because it looks like half of a moon. And it's made with a special skin with different kinds of flours and also with the filling. I have here some ground pork, and I'm adding some pepper, some cornstarch, some soy sauce, and a little salt. So we're just gonna mix this up. I'm done mixing the meat. I'm heating up the frying pan and putting a little oil, and I'm going to saute the filling. No particular order. Put in some ginger, fresh ginger, some jicama, and here's a picture of it. And this is also known in Chinese as sakot. Mix that up a little bit. And I have here some dried shrimp. You know, Chinese have that shrimp that you can soak a little bit and then chop it up fine. Just saute all of that. And then I took some dried mushrooms. I soaked it until it was soft. And then after that, I cut it all up. Take the stems off, of course, because it's very tough. Now I'm going to add some radish, and here's the picture of it. This is dried radish that comes like this. This one is already chopped. Stir all that up. And then I'm going to put some soy sauce, some oyster sauce, some Chinese wine, some salt, some sugar, some pepper. I'm going to mix this all up. And this only takes a few minutes, but all of these things give it really nice flavor. Now put in all the marinated pork and give it a good mix. So you're kind of pre-cooking the pork, and this will be your filling for the gokjai. It seems a little dry, so I'm going to add some water, but not too much because you don't want it soupy. So just mash all the pork just like you would when you cook hamburger. The pork is done. Now I turn the stove off and I'm just adding green onions so it won't overcook. It's done cooking, so let me taste it. Very good. Just the right amount of seasonings. So now I'm going to put it on the side and cool it off, and we'll do the dough. Now to make the dough, you use tapioca starch and the wheat starch, which you have a picture here. You cannot substitute other kinds of flours or starch. You must use these two things, and you have to get them probably from Chinatown. I put some oil and salt in it. I mixed up the two, tapioca starch and the wheat starch. Put it in the boiling water and use your chopsticks and just mix it up until it's kind of combined and all the flour is mixed in. You have to use boiling water because that's the nature of this wheat starch. It turns kind of translucent. So it's all mixed in. I don't see any more powder. So I'm going to cover it and let it sit for 15 minutes because it's too hard to handle right now. Okay, now I'm going to put it all together. So I have the steaming layers, but I'm going to spray it with some non-stick spray first. Okay. Leave this on the side. And here is the dough. And by the way, I have a chopping board that I'm going to use to roll out the dough. And what I've done is I've just taken some oil and I've brushed it so it doesn't stick so much. So now this is cooled, the dough is cooled, I'm taking it off. And it's still hot, but I have to knead it for about 10 minutes. So you knead the dough so it's all comes together nicely. Takes about 10 minutes or so. It's been about 10 minutes, and all you have to do was just roll it around and press it. And you see there's no more splotchy flour bits, and that's what you wanted to get rid of. So it's all kneaded in really nicely. I'm just gonna roll it into a sausage, like a fat sausage, about 12 inches long or so. Sometimes I just squeeze it to make it easier. I'm going to cut them in pieces so it's easier to handle. You can also pinch it off, but I think this way is better. This is done. Now I'm going to roll each one into a circle. So I'll put a little bit more oil again. And then whatever size rolling pin works, you can use it. I have different sizes. Let's try the small one first. I think the bigger one is easier. So you can roll it quite thin. So you can see I rolled it kind of thin. Maybe, I don't know, it's about 1/16 of an inch thick. This is what it looks like when it's finished. So I've rolled out, it made about 15 or 16 pieces. So very thin. And so now you just take the filling, put some in there, and then fold it in half. And because it's damp or wet, it'll squeeze together nicely. So just squeeze it like this, so it's all shut. So this is the half moon. That is the other translation to it. And there's many different kinds of dim sums. In Vegas, you have to go to a dim sum restaurant to get these kinds of things. But in Hawaii, there's small little shops that you can buy like one or more different dim sums and have it in a box to take home. This is kind of tricky. You probably need some practice, but you'll get it eventually. So all you do is you take your thumb and you pinch it, and then you keep on going. Just pinch. Sometimes you have to pinch hard. So it's nicely done, the edges. And then I'm just going to put it in the steamer. Okay, like so. And take another one. It's a little bit of work, but the effort is worth it, and everybody will love this. And you can change the fillings around, do different kinds of things according to what you want, but generally it's made with pork and some other things. Okay, so just keep on pinching it tight so the two edges are close together. I've sealed the edges. Now I'm going to take my thumb, press, keep on going, press, and just steady. And you see how nice it looks? But like I said, it takes some practice, but keep on doing it. You'll get it. You can even teach children how to do this. Okay? You think you got it? So all you do is you pick up the circle, put a little bit of filling on, and not too much because otherwise you can't close it. And then fold it in half and pinch the edges shut. Press it really hard. Because if you don't press it, it'll all come out. Just takes practice. You can do it. I struggled too when I learned how to do this, and I've tried different recipes, but they just didn't come out so good, but this one seems to be good. So I'm always trying new things. Trial and error. If it doesn't come out, I'll try another way. So you see? And it doesn't come out perfect. Mine isn't perfect either, but you can do it. And that's it. Put it in here. Now, sometimes if you have a lot, you probably can brush the edges and then overlap it. But since I have lots of room, I'm not doing that today. Now the gok jai is ready to steam. So you see I've put it in the steamer. And what I've done is I've boiled some water first. And then I'm going to put it on. I'm going to cover it and steam it for 20 minutes. See you then. And now the final moment. The gok jai is finished steaming. I'm going to take it out. Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm going to put it on a plate. Looks really nice. See how translucent it is? And I've seen some gok jai from different stores where the crust or the dough was very thick and white. And I didn't like that. It's very delicate and fragile, so be careful because it can break easily. But I'm so happy that the skin isn't breaking. Sometimes it breaks and it looks really ugly. But this is not professional, but pretty close. So if I can make it, you can make it too. Just follow the video and you'll be fine. Okay. So this is just enough for a family to eat, but you can make as much as you like. And these don't freeze very well. You have to eat it like in a day or two, but you can microwave it a little while, not too long. Okay, now the best part, the tasting. You can pick it up with your hand or with the fork, but since it's not that hot, I'll just pick it up in my hand. So yummy. Look how beautiful it looks. And it's not broken at all. It stays together. I'm so happy. This is the first one that comes out super good. So now I know you can do it because I've tried it. So really good. And the dough is just right. It's not tough and it's not super thick. Really good. And like I said, you can adjust the fillings to your taste. Gonna eat one more and I think I can't stop eating, but I'm getting full. So this is the regular size, but you can make it as big or as small as you like, not too big. This little one is called a keiki. Keiki means a little child in Hawaiian. So if you're making a party, you don't want to make great big ones because you'll be making these too much and it takes too much time. So you can make it whatever size you want, regular, manini, or a giant one like this. So it's up to you. So I'll take another bite because it's so delicious. And I love the dough. So good. Like I said, I've bought some at the store where they specialize in making these. And I didn't even want to eat the dough because it was so thick and so chewy. But this one is perfect. So you can make it. So please do so. So mahalo for watching. And thank you. See you the next time. Bye. Oh, this came out good.